Hi, Emily Gravel.
I'm Corey. Nice to meet you.
Corey. Alright, just take a seat.
Yes, please. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. Well, how is everything with you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I actually just met with Jenny a few days ago. And
how's she doing? Yeah, I guess I got it.
Wow.
How's she doing?
She's doing well. We actually got to work together in a business setting. We got to sit down with dinner, and you actually came up as someone who she's worked with in the past, and she talked to me a little bit about what you guys do at Franklin. So I heard a little bit about your expansion, and I just figured we'd just sit down and figure out some ways that we can have a mutually beneficial relationship with
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear Ginny's doing well. I haven't seen her in a little while, but yeah, we go way back.
Yeah. Well,
that's great.
It's nice to have those kind of connections.
Sure is, yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure we do have 10 minutes today, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I could give you more time, but things are a little crazy
No worries, everybody gets busy, especially with an expanding business, definitely.
Yeah.
Before I get started, I do want to give you my business card just in case you had any questions into the future.
Great, thank you.
Also, because we do have 10 minutes, I'd set a little bit of an agenda.
Sure.
I just first want to talk about a little bit about EMC, what we do, and then about what my job is with your company or with our relationship with your company, and then go into a little bit about how Franklin Savings Credit Union can benefit from that relationship and how you guys are doing with your expansion and stuff like that. Finally, and then go into some of the solutions that I may have for you, and it's okay if I take notes for that? Is that
Please,
okay?
yeah,
Awesome.
by all means.
Okay, perfect. So, EMC is essentially a data solutions provider. We have data storage and backup recovery systems. We're established in 1979, so about 35 years. And then talking to Jenny, I understand that you guys have been around for just about the same amount of time, like around 30 years?
Yep, we have.
Awesome. So we got the same kind of knowledge and expertise under our belt. So.
Yeah.
And some of the things that we do is we work with small, medium, and large-sized businesses. So usually when we work with small businesses, some people feel a little overwhelmed as a small business with such a big company. But as they moved into that relationship, they felt that the customer service that we have and the awards that we've actually received for our customer service have been extraordinary in that we really take time to take care of our customers. So then they found that it's really definitely beneficial to them because we do take that personal relationship to the next level. Being a small to medium business consultant myself, that's what my job is to make sure that you guys are on track with anything that you need, and I'm here to be your help. So
great. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with EMC. I'll be honest with you, I thought it would be kind of a waste of your time to come down here and speak with such a small company, but you're saying you guys do a lot of work in the SMB space?
Yeah,
great.
So we just like to keep care of the small business as well as the big ones.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Well. Yeah.
Perfect.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys are doing with the expansion and how you're doing with just Franklin Credit Savings in general.
Yeah, I mean things are going well, right? We're growing like crazy. We're opening another branch in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. So that's really all my focus right now is trying to find out what we're going to do kind of going into the future, how I'm going to support that other branch from a technology perspective, and that's really where I'm spending my time right now. Okay,
and how much time do you think you're committing to that in general? Do you think it's just like a little bit too much time? Or do you think that
yeah, I mean, I'm very overworked right now. I spend a lot of time in the office, far too much, weekends, whatever it may be. I'm missing my kids' soccer games and missing the past games on Sundays. It's just it's kind of frustrating. So.
And I'm a camp counselor, so I understand definitely the kids aspect and wanting to spend time with your kids.
Absolutely, yeah, it's frustrating. So
yeah. Yep. So in terms of time management, how are you doing? I know that you personally are having a lot of you need to commit a lot of time. How are you doing with staffing in terms of that aspect?
There's only 3 of us. One of the things I've asked for is more staff. I'd like to see a couple more people hired at least, but they're giving me a little pushback on that right now. We'll have to see how that kind of unfolds here in the next 6 to 12 months. But I definitely could use a couple more people.
Okay. And then in terms of you're in IT, correct? Okay.
Yep,
So
I'm one of the systems admins.
Perfect. So how are you dealing with data storage and stuff, and how you manage your data from the customer perspective as well as the company perspective?
So right now we just use DAS. Everything sits on the servers, and that's what we've been using for as long as I can remember.
And is it working out well, or is it?
I mean, we've had a couple of failures here and there, which is something we have to deal with any kind of technology. To be honest with you, though, I am pretty comfortable with what we have. It's something that I've used forever, and my whole team is pretty comfortable using it, so I do like it from that perspective.
Okay. So since you're comfortable, are you looking to, with the expansion, I know that usually with expansion you're looking into new venues in terms of advancing your business, making sure everything's a little bit easier with that expansion and allowing you to take that next step for especially in your position for data management. So do you think that that would be something that you would be interested in looking into in terms of like taking that next step of data storage and a more advanced system instead of just the direct connecting?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I have hesitations about that. Again, just because I'm kind of managing what
Mhm.
I'm comfortable managing. The problem is I'm really behind on technology. To be honest with you, I
Mhm.
just have had no time at all to kind of research what's new out there.
Yep.
So for all I know, there could be something better, but I just don't know.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm here. So I'm
Okay.
actually have this product. I have a little bit of a pamphlet for you.
Okay.
It's called the VNXE series, and it's basically
Okay.
a data storage system that is. Do you have an iPhone?
I do.
Yeah. So it's you can have this system is essentially about the cloud.
Mhm.
If you can have the option to make all of your systems information in this cloud. So instead of having the direct connect where you're not able to directly share like between one tower and the other tower, you can share it with the entire company, your information that you need to be sharing, especially in just your branch now and in Hopkinton.
Okay.
So it'll be able to do that cross informational thing. You'll be able to share a lot easier.
Mhm.
In terms of system failure, the system is extremely reliable. Any problems that we do have an office actually in Hopkinton area.
Okay.
So we'd be able to be right down the road. We actually could come on over and just see how you're doing and check in every once in a while.
Okay.
It is very reliable, and we pride ourselves on that. And the systems that we do roll out are extremely reliable systems. In terms of time management, a lot of customers that we have worked with are genuinely concerned with implementing a new system and training on your employees with that new system. I know that you said you felt comfortable with the one that you have right now.
Right. Yeah.
This system is extremely easy to use. It's very user-friendly. It has, it's able to manage growth. So as you grow, not only as Franklin Credit, but moving into the future,
Mhm.
It'll be able to keep up with that because it's built for small to medium-sized businesses. So
Okay.
having one branch, you would probably be set in the small business area, and then
Mhm.
moving forward, you could expand into that and then continue to use the same system.
Okay.
So having that initial training is really going to benefit you into the future.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, it sounds a little more complex than like your cloud and everything.
Mhm.
Kind of scary a little bit.
Yeah.
It sounds a little complex.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. But in terms of that, I would love to just be able to maybe have a sample run in Franklin. Is that does that sound of interest to you? So we could
Potentially. You know what? You probably want to call my boss. I have no
Okay.
decision-making power.
Awesome.
My boss, Alex, can probably be
Okay.
the better person to talk to about that. So
Okay.
if you want to reach out to him, you're welcome to. And if
Yeah.
he wants to engage me, he can do it at that point.
Okay, would you want to set up a meeting for maybe next week, and both you and I could sit down as well as Alex, and we could maybe bring in one of my IT people, and we could see how our system could integrate into yours. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, if you want to reach out to Alex and let him and see if he's willing to set that up, and then I can jump in that meeting. Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So do you have his contact information right now, or do you want me to get it up?
Yeah, you know what? How about this? How about I shoot him a note for you? I'll
Perfect.
shoot him an email for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's it.